ourselves. Chairman Owens, he had us, what was it, our favorite hobbies? I've spent the last hour and a half trying to think of something also to ask, and I couldn't come up with anything. So, I know, so, yeah, right? That's difficult ones, no. So if we just want to, who you are, where you're from, maybe how long you've been in the legislature, why you so enjoy serving on House Judiciary Committee, I mean, whatever you want to make up. Representative Wheeler, would you like to begin? No, sir.
I'm Representative John Wheeler. I'm from the 123rd District, which is entirely within the corporate city limits of Garden City. When you start limiting how one would introduce themselves, I get lost. So what I want for this upcoming year is to serve my district well, to serve the state well, and to stay well.
Good answer. Next.
Mark Sampson from the 5th District, represent Anderson, Franklin, Miami, and Lynn counties. The biggest cities there are Osawatomie, Garnett, and Wellsville. My goals for the session will to not be tedious or hasty. Try to find it somewhere right in the middle.
Good afternoon. I'm Marty Long from the 124th District, which is in the southwest corner of the state. 5 counties next to Colorado and Oklahoma down there. My goal this year is to show up on time and vote the right way, I guess.
Mark Schreiber from the 60th District, which is most of the city of Emporia and west central Lyon County. Originally from Garden City with Mr. Wheeler. There's stories that he'll probably tell sometime during a committee meeting about that. And goal for this year is the chairman has assigned me to make sure the Representative Concannon shows up on time.
I joined this committee so I could be harassed. Susan Concannon from Beloit. I represent 3.5 counties north and west of Salina. The major cities are Minneapolis, Beloit, Concordia. That's about it. It's the 107th District, and this is my 10th session, so I've been around a little while now. And so, let's see, the original question was why we are wanting to be or why we want to be on this Judiciary Committee. I've always wanted to be on this committee, so saw an opportunity and jumped at it. And then everybody, since then, I've kind of regretted it because everybody said, oh my gosh, it's so much work. And Fred Patton's a slave driver, so thank you.
I'm Representative Brad Ralph. I'm represent the 119th. That encompasses Dodge City. I'm a lifelong resident of Dodge City, and my day job is the city attorney in Dodge City. My goal for this year is to be involved or at the ribbon cutting for the Hilmar Cheese Factory in Dodge City. We are going to open up a factory that generates some ridiculous number of tons of cheese every year out of Dodge City. So I guess other than being the boot hill capital of the world, now we're shooting for cheese. So.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. My name is John Carmichael. I'm the state representative from the 92nd District. I think the chair inquired how long in the legislature, 9 years, how long on the committee, 9 years, ranking member for 8. I have been very lucky to work with 3 excellent chairmen during my time here, and this one here is as good as they come. What are my goals for this session is to be a kinder, nicer, gentler John. That's my goal. We aspire to many things. We oftentimes don't reach our goals.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Jesse Burris, 82nd District, Mulvane, and part of Derby. Been in since 2017. My basic goal would be, just to do a good job for my constituents and to, I guess, try to hold Representative Carmichael to his goal.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. My name is Nick Hoheisel, not to be mistaken with the other more liberal Hoheisel. That's an elected official in Wichita. I represent the 97th district, which is basically encompasses all of Southwest Wichita. My legislative goal for this year, to be quite honest, is to co-sponsor a resolution honoring the Kansas City Chiefs for their Super Bowl victory, upcoming Super Bowl victory. So let's try to make that happen.
My name's Lance Neely. I'm from the 42nd District, Eudora, Tonganoxie, and Easton. And this is my second year up here. And I have achieved at least one of my goals and everything this year, and that was to not be facing the corner back there. And I moved all the way up here.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. And I am Pam Curtis, and I serve or I represent the 32nd District, and that's in Kansas City, Kansas. It is in the urban eastern part of the county, and it includes most of the historic neighborhoods. Strawberry Hill is a neighborhood that many people recognize. We are also known in that area to be the taco capital of the world, so very much a culinary delight, and I'm happy to, if any of you are visiting that way, to share some recommendations. So. Goal today, ditto, staying healthy this year and, of course, doing some good work for my constituents, hopefully. So thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Stephen Owens representing 74th House District. So that's Heston, rural Harvey County, parts of Marion and McPherson County. Got 9 fantastic communities. So I love the judiciary because we get to talk about the awesome topics. You think about what we've done here over the last couple of years and the decisions that we have been able to be part of during this pandemic. I count it an absolute honor to be part of those conversations and to do that. And my hope is that after 4 years on the committee, this is my 4th year in the session, or 4th year here, 4th year on the committee, that I'll get my honorary law degree and be counted amongst some of the great attorneys here. As far as the goal goes, my goal is for my very first grandchild to not be born during the veto session, but to either come before or after, because currently she is due May 7th in Idaho. So a call of the House might not get me back very quickly. So, but, you know, they didn't consult with me on the scheduling of these things. I don't know. That's my goal. Happy, healthy granddaughter.
Thank you. What was the question?
That is pretty sad. We've gone around the room and given the answer, and you have no idea.
I know, but I just want to be sure.
Just make something up.
Okay. I'm Susan Humphreys. I represent far east side of Wichita and Andover. And this is my 6th year on the Judiciary Committee. I love it because we do the big things like Representative Owens talked about, and we sometimes argue about where the comma should be. And I'm a nerd, and I love that part too. My goal actually has already been reached, and that was to get back to normal in our session where we're together, where we have events. The last 2 nights where I've been able to see legislators across the aisle, but also just the freshmen are astounded. What is going on here? You know, when we're all together, and I just love that. And so I love we're all sitting here together. I think we'll be better legislators and and do better and better conversation stuff because we're all here. Same with my committee, other committees too. So it's kind of already met, and then just make our way through it and do some good things. So.
Awesome.
Happy to be here, Mr. Chairman. Thank you.
Okay, we've got a few online. Representative Keiser, would you like to go first?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I was sitting here thinking, I have served on Judiciary under 5 chairmen. My goal would be not to have another new one while I'm still serving. I'm Anna Keiser. I serve the 55th District, which is Central Topeka, includes Washburn University. This is my 26th year in the Kansas Legislature. So I've been around for a while and seen lots of different things go through this committee. So I like serving on this committee, and I think we have a good coalition of people that respect and work together. So I'm pleased to be here. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Representative Heiberger.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Representative Boog Heiberger, 46th District, which is basically the east side of Lawrence. My goal is for my bald spot not to show up on WebEx too often, but that depends on how much Representative Owens talks. And for my hobby, I have a solo law practice.
Next is my Chiefs buddy.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Hi, my name is State Representative KL Hoverson. I actually represent the people of the 89th District, which is actually in Wichita. This is my 6th year in the legislature, 4th year on the Judiciary Committee. Of course, I have had an excellent chairman as the chair of the Judiciary. Pleasure to work with everyone, and I do see my good friend Representative Concannon is also on as well. I want to say that my goals for this year, I need to concur with Representative Hoheisel. I'd like to co-sponsor that resolution. I also want to concur with my good friend Representative Burris to hold Representative Carmichael to be a nicer, because I sit next to him, you know, and also to concur with my good friend Representative Wheeler for us to stay healthy again, stay well, and also serve the state the best way we can. So those are my goals, and I'm glad to be back with everyone this year, from Representative Owens all the way down to Representative Humphreys. I go around the room. It's just been an awesome Judiciary Committee. We don't have to argue about where the comma lies and all of that. We just argue about what the issue is, and we always bring out good bills from this committee. So I'm excited to be back on exec. So that is it, Mr. Chairman. Like I said, go Chiefs. Thank you.
Thank you. Now let's have our staff introduce themselves, and let's stay online. So Jason, would you like to go first?
Sure. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Jason Thompson, Office of Revisor of Statutes. This is session number 16, and I'm happy to be the backup to Natalie, who's there in the room and does all the hard work.
Natalie Nelson.
Hi there, this is Natalie Nelson, Legislative Research Department. This is my 8th session and my 6th session on House Judiciary. My goal is to back up Robert Gallagher, who is my fearless leader in the Research Department.
Very good. Well, now in the room, Natalie.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'm Natalie Scott, the other Natalie. I work in the Office of Revisor of Statutes. This is my 10th session with the office. I think it's my 6th session on this committee, so I'm happy to be back.
Charles, who I've not met yet, but that's your name on my screen.
I'm Charlie Peters. I'm the AV technician for this particular meeting.
Welcome. Bob.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Hello, committee. I'm Bob Gallagher with Legislative Research. This is my 12th session and 12th year staffing House Judiciary. Very happy to be back.
And someone give Kathy a microphone, and I've got the mute button. Welcome back, Kathy.
Well, I'm Kathy Rextra. I am the House Judiciary Committee Assistant. This is my retirement job. It keeps me busy during the winter time. I hope all my agendas are correct and testimony is organized, and I offer no unsolicited advice.
Oh, gosh. Yeah, I know. Who am I? So I'm Fred Patton. I represent the 50th District, which is Northern and Western Shawnee County. This is my 8th session, my 8th year on Judiciary. I only had one goal for the committee this year, and that was to maintain a little order, and I've already failed at that. So I'll have a new goal by tomorrow. This is a great committee. We have a good time. We do deal with some really difficult issues, some important issues, but we always laugh and have a good time and get our work done. So I hope you have fun while you're here, Susan. I'll try. And we'll try to get you done for your dinners in time, because she's got lots of dinners and she's worried that we're going to go over. And so we'll make sure I'm going to try to keep us on track on time a little bit more this year. So, okay, let's move on. Any requests for bill introductions today? No one. Oh, Natalie. Okay. Well, we're going to be back tomorrow, which was not originally planned, but we will be back tomorrow. So if you're out there listening or here in the audience and you have requests, get those in. As you know, we only have so many days for hearings, and the sooner we can get them scheduled the first couple weeks, the better chance you're going to have your bills to get heard. So get here and get them requested so we can get them turned in and on the agenda. Tomorrow, as the revised agenda went out, we were going to have a hearing on House Bill 2477. That is the bill that we had drafted in the last couple days as a result of the governor's executive orders that she issued last week. As we know, she declared another disaster and issued 2 executive orders. Those all sunset on the 20th. So the options we have, 1 would be to extend the disaster, or 2, put those provisions into law. And we're going to take up a bill tomorrow that would allow those provisions to go into law on a temporary basis and allow the disaster declaration to sunset. So we're going to have that hearing tomorrow. My hope would be that after the hearing, you're all willing to work that bill as well. We could get it out of committee tomorrow, and it could be above the line on Tuesday, because we only have a couple days until the 20th gets here. So that's my plan. We'll see what happens. We don't have many people signed up to testify yet, but we might before the deadline, which is technically now, but we're going to let people turn in testimony early in the morning as well. So that's the plan for tomorrow. Any questions about that at this point? The bill is up. Go ahead and read it. Be ready for that tomorrow. That's all I have. So we're out of here. We'll see you all tomorrow. Have a good evening. Meeting is adjourned.